Hi, I'm Rob from Kimpex, joined today by Zoe from Leatt. Zoe, thank you for joining us here in Kimpex studio today. Appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. And as you see in front of us, we have your original product, the neck brace, what led Leatt to even become a company within the motorcycle industry.
That's right. That's right. We came out with the neck brace in 2004. So we're still a fairly young company, but we've got some time under our belts now, at least, to know exactly what the best level of neck braces are. And we offer a few different versions, and there are differences, but they're all just as safe one as the other.
So as I understand it, the company was formed as the owner saw that there was a space in the market for protection-wise where the product like this was not offered.
Correct.
Correct.
Dr. Chris Leatt, before he's always ridden and mountain biked and dirt biked and street ridden as well. He witnessed a good friend have an accident by going over the bars in a motorcycle race and breaking his neck, essentially. And Chris was actually there as a first responder and suspected a neck injury, and it did actually end up being that. And his son at the time was about to start riding, and he felt like, okay, there has to be some kind of protection available to prevent this kind of accident, and there wasn't. So he really started obsessing over it, and that's where the neck brace was born. It took a few years, and with the help from BMW and their lab, we were able to get to this point.
Excellent. Yeah, they had to at first use BMW allowed them to use their lab for testing, and now they have their very own lab in Cape Town for testing all of their products out. So this is a product that's been out for almost 20 years. Do I understand that correctly?
That's right.
And presently you offer 4 models of the neck brace, correct?
4 main models, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can walk us through a little bit about maybe the materials. Let's start with the materials of what these are made from.
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, they're all just as safe as each other, but then it's about fit, adjustment, weight, and materials. So the weight often is to do with the materials. So we start with our 3.5 neck brace, and this is actually the lightest one in the line because of the material we're using. So we're using what we call EPS, which is a styrofoam, which is very, very similar to what is inside your helmets and what takes the impact in your helmets. So it allows it to be light. It's just a little bit thicker because it's foam, so you need more of it to hold the structure. Yeah.
So this would be the entry level. It starts at the 3.5, and then from this material we move up to?
There's a 4.5 in the middle. We don't have it here, but it has a composite matrix platform. So it's a little bit thin. It's definitely quite a bit lower than the 3.5, but it's a lot more rigid in the sense that it can take multiple hits at once. Whereas with the 3.5, it's EPS. So if you do take an impact on that striking surface, it will technically compress, and then you would have to replace it, because just like you would with a helmet, if you hit your head in your helmet, you're supposed to replace that as well.
Because it doesn't retake its form afterwards, whereas this model will take multiple impacts. Which one is it that you have here right next to you?
So this is the 5.5, so it's the next one up from the 4.5. So just to say, with the 4.5, it's a similar matrix to this on the striking platform, and then after that it's got some adjustability but not a ton. If you want more adjustability, that's where you would go to the 5.5.
Okay.
And just to give you a quick idea of what that means is there are basically 3 sizes. There's small, medium, large XL, and double XL. And then within that, there's lots of adjustment. So on this front piece here, you can see that it slides forward and back. So you actually have 4 increments where you can clip this down and position it in the front. And then in the back, similar idea, you actually have 6 increments. So there are 10 different spots and then 10 different adjustments forward and back on this one. Where, say, the 4.5, you have 2 adjustments forward and back. And on the 5.5, you have an angle adjustment as well. So there's a little stopper here that says 5 degrees. So it just changes the angle of the thoracic while it sits on your back.
Right.
And in the box, you get 0 degrees, 10 degrees, and 15 degrees. So you can really customize this fit to you. On the 4.5, you have 2 angle adjustments.
So we have more adjustability and of course a different material. And the top of the line is the
The 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, we don't have it here. It looks like this, but it's carbon. So what that means is the platform is actually slightly even thinner than this one. So it sits a little bit lower. That will be the lowest one for fit. And it's also really light because it's carbon.
So it's clearly the lightest one as well.
Actually, this is lighter because
this
it's
is lighter,
foam,
yes, lighter but less.
but it sits much higher. So
Right.
again, it depends what's important to you
Excellent.
when you're choosing.
So you can go to Kimpex.com to check out any of these 4 models of neck braces and see the one that best fits you. I thank you, Zoe, for joining us today here at Kimpex Studio. We much appreciate it. And we appreciate you watching as well. Stay tuned for more videos and go to Kimpex.com to check out all the details. Thank you.
Thanks and stay safe.